the Boss Breakfast Challenge, a massive breakfast platter that's often shared by entire families here at Pied Piper Eatery in Nashville, Tennessee. On top of this breakfast behemoth are fried eggs, ham, and bacon, which are covering a monster pile of hash browns, chili, cheese, and 6 jalapeno scrambled eggs, all of which is surrounded by biscuits with sausage covered in their homemade white gravy. And if you can finish it by yourself within the 2-hour time limit, you'll get the breakfast for free, a free shirt, and you'll be enshrined on their Hall of Fame plaque. And let this food adventure begin. And I'll tell you right now, seeing photos of this breakfast platter does not do it justice. Looking down upon it when it was being placed on the table really puts it into perspective. Just a massive plate with all the food just piled right on. Not gonna lie, when I saw it, I was taken back a bit. Probably why I didn't notice the few extra items that were snuck onto this one. Because with this breakfast challenge comes a ½ pound of hash browns, smothered in chili and cheese, 6 jalapeno scrambled eggs, and 4 more fried eggs, 4 strips of bacon, 4 sausage patties, and 4 orders of ham. There's also supposed to be 4 biscuits with gravy and 4 pancakes. Also, I don't know if this is related, but I did hear the cook have a few choice words in the back after learning that I had ordered the challenge. This breakfast had so much variety to it, so I thought it'd be best to first get a sampling of most of the items, and I started to get a sense that the bacon and ham were going to be some of the tougher items to eat here, so I set my sights on those first, wrapping up some of the fried eggs in the ham to make a nice protein-packed sandwich, before going to town and sending it down.
We're friends, yeah. We call each other our eating rivals since he's from Wisconsin and I'm from Green Bay, or I'm from Minnesota, sorry.
That is absolutely false, and he's a liar. We don't call each other eating rivals. We are eating rivals. It's just that we're both from the Midwest, so it just comes off and seems like we're friends. After digging more into this breakfast, I uncovered the mixture of chili, cheese, hash browns, and those jalapeno fried eggs. And I always get a little concerned with jalapenos in my challenges. Not sure why, but only during challenges, they tend to be rather troublesome, which is why I grabbed my mighty big spoon and started shoveling in some extra big bites to finish them sooner than later. All these ingredients in the chili mix coming together were a hot and heavy combination, packing rich and savory flavors which tasted great to begin with, but I could sense flavor fatigue starting to kick in. Therefore, between bites of the chili mix, I'd snag a piece of sausage with some of that creamy white gravy to change up the flavors. While I'm not the biggest fan of gravy, when it comes to this white breakfast gravy, oh man, sign me up, because it was delicious. And just in case you couldn't tell, the full-on food sweats are starting to kick in. Up to this point, so far so good, but now, I started to slowly feel a bit of discomfort in my stomach, which, this early into the challenge, was somewhat of a concern, and the increased food sweats were not helping either. So I made the early switch, calling in the food challenge cavalry in the form of Diet Coke, and even with just taking the tiniest of baby sips, it was a big help in cleansing my palate, coating my taste buds with that cool, crisp, sweet, and refreshing flavors, temporarily knocking out those super savory flavors coming from the chili mix.
How miserable do I look? You look great, Mitch. You got this. You look warm, though.
Warm? How about sweating my balls off? My goodness, between the hot peppers inside my stomach and the lack of AC in the restaurant, especially for someone who can wear shorts during Wisconsin winters, it felt like I was in a sauna, being cooked alive. But there was nothing to do but to continue and press on. It must be that chili and jalapeno mix that are wrecking my guts here. Could also be the fact that I've done 14 challenges in 9 days. But I was looking to push myself on this trip, so I did my best to gather my composure and fight on, even reloading on the brand new Diet Coke to better fight off those intense flavors from the chili mix.
Excuse me. Can I get another Diet Coke, please? Thank you.
As my stomach continues to create increasingly more havoc, despite having that 2-hour time limit, I know I'm not going to be able to make the use of it, so I needed to try to finish this fast. Though, each bite was its own battle at this point, but I just kept telling myself to keep going, at least until the 1 hour mark, and then make an assessment after. Even though we're in Tennessee, things were not right in Texas, so to speak. It wasn't exactly that I felt sick, but my stomach was twisting and turning and getting more upset as time went on. And honestly, I was just a bit exhausted at this point. So, reluctantly, I threw in the white flag, or napkin in this case, and had to call it quits.